Failure. What does that mean to you? How does that make you feel just hearing that word failure? Failed. Failing. We're going to talk about that today on the 10-Minute Tarot Said So. So stick around with us. Today I'm going to be using the regular tarot deck. I just did a reading that I'm going to be uploading about metrics and using metrics in your business to make smarter decisions versus being the victim of circumstance and consequences that you might have been able to forecast had you been using metrics in your business. Today I'm going to look at, for the 10-Minute Tarot, how does failure play into your mindset? And how does that impact you before, during, and after whatever happens that failure becomes a reality of how to manage the consequence, the circumstances, right? So I took the month of August off. Actually, it was more like 6 weeks. It was fantastic. Just back this week. Today is September 9th. This is probably going to go up before that because it'll be easier to edit. And I have created my own Tarot Said So spread. It's an 8-card spread. I'll put the image up on the screen. And this is only the second time I'm using it. So I have my notes. And whoa, yeah, this was my August 4 of Swords. Taking some time, reflecting on how things are going, and really kind of close out the year, the last 4 months of the year, with some solid strategy, solid planning, solid forecasting, and all of those things. All right, entertainment purposes only. Nothing that we say here is written in stone, is fact. It is all open to interpretation on what inspiration, what does your intuition glean from these readings, and some insights that maybe you've thought of, maybe you forgot about, maybe just a little bit of a nudge to help you move along in the areas that are working and adjusting what might not be working. Wow, everything is just flipping here. It's been a few weeks that things have been happening, and look how the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment is coming at the bottom of the deck with the shuffle. That's incredible. Yeah, I mean, things change all the time. So how are you going to hold yourself accountable to that change that's inevitable? And are you going to judge yourself? Are you going to pick yourself up and know that, you know, you can manage change with a proper mindset? Okay, so let's get into it. I think it's taking care of all the housekeeping. The 8-card spread, I use 8 because not only is it the symbol of infinity, but it also resembles or denotes success, abundance, new beginnings. The tarot spread is 8 cards in the shape of the number 8. So let's get started. How do you feel about failure? How do you manage failure? How do you manage it? How do you feel about it? The first card is the pulse. That's the current state of you and your business, you or your business, you in your business. How do you feel about failure? Wow. Now, the thing is, this isn't always literally death, okay? It's not that. This is transformation. This is where, if something fails, this is an opportunity, okay? Next is the block. What's holding you back from understanding that things don't always work out the way we planned? So what's holding you back from understanding how this might be blocking you? And this is the Queen of Swords. Objectivity. Swords are ego, mental clarity, thoughts. So this is where you are nurturing yourself knowing that this is going to happen, that things aren't always going to work out the way you thought they would. Next is the resource. What overlooked strengths, or what strengths are you overlooking? This comes up a lot. The Three of Pentacles, this is the card of collaboration. This is, do you have mentors and advisors that can, walk you through, talk you through when things aren't working out the way you thought? I get this card a lot when doing these readings on these mistakes business owners make. Leaning into the expertise that others possess and not just you. You are not alone in your business. So take advantage of those professional resources that you've been networking with for years, depending on how long you've had your business. Okay, 4 is the customer, how the world sees you. Wow. Queen of Cups. Okay, so there's 2 queens. These could also be people in your life that could assist. Cups is emotional. Are you closed off from understanding how failure is just a part of life? It's just a part of certain processes that happen in our business. 2 queens. Wow. Cups and swords. All right. 5 is the strategy. Where can we focus on pivoting a mindset of failure, per se, into opportunity and for growth? The strategy, 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles is out in the cold, but this is also my resourcefulness is sexier than helplessness card. To go from 3 to 5, there's going to be challenges. All 5s are conflict cards anyway. The thing is knowing, again, that there are resources that you might be dismissing, that you might not be exploring because you're just too in the stuckness of whatever this failure concept is that you make it out to be really bad. So leaning into the resources as collaboration versus walking on by those resources that could be there to help move you along to a next phase beyond whatever is not working. Okay, the risk, what needs to be shaken up? What do you need to release to make failure a little bit more positively opportunistic? And that's the Ace of Wands. New beginnings happen. And I love how this is below death, the transformation card. Death to new beginnings. Wands are passion for your business, planning for your business, forecasting for your business, so that if failure happens, you shrug it off like, well, I tried it, didn't work, let's move on to something else. There's plenty of different ways to manage whatever your skill set is, whatever your creative outlet of having your business. There are ways to pivot. When failure happens, it's just a sign of transformation. All right, 7 is what's the next chapter? What lies ahead for you by realizing that you have some support. You got your queens here. You have the collaboration card. You have the resourcefulness card, planning card. All right, so what's the next chapter? Oh my gosh, King of Wands, the master of planning and forecasting. I mean, this is really interesting that I'm doing this right after the metrics reading and how wands are planning and forecasting, and that's what metrics are about. And doing that in your business and making metrics a routine in your business helps to foresee what might break down in the process or in the procedure or whatever. What might break down and how to anticipate it or be prepared for it if it's something that doesn't work out, and instead of looking at it as failure, you look at it as an attempt that didn't work out. So it's new data. But it doesn't mean everything is a flop in your life, in your business. That's not how it works. All right. 8 is long-term legacy. What will happen in your business if you follow a path of switching the meaning of failure in your business, in your life? 2 of Cups. Wow. Okay, this is another sign of collaboration, partnership, making agreements with people in your life and your business that can help you when you need to consult on various issues that are happening in your business that you didn't see coming, or you aren't sure how to approach it to mitigate any chaos-inducing surprises. I mean, I love this. Getting back to collaborating with people, with resources to transform the feeling of failure into a new beginning. I hope that you love that as much as I do. This was the 10-minute tarot, and the tarot said, please like and subscribe, and please share with any business owner friends or entrepreneurs that like to look at general, practical, tactical, operational type things in the business that we can't ignore. Otherwise, failure will be an option, but what will not be an option is how we learn from that. So thanks for being with me.